An athlete who has booked his ticket to Paris is fencer Harry Sainer. Having started fencing at the age of 13, he shares why he has not given up on his Olympic dream.
A quote that stuck with me from Arnold Schwarzenegger was, the only difference between champions and your everyday man is that a champion never gives up. And I mean, I'd fallen on my face many times in fencing and lost here, there, and everywhere. And I just decided not to give up, and I kept going. And I had this dream, and I knew that, like, at some point, if I just keep doing it, it'll work out. Well, I first saw the Olympics when I was 8 on the TV, when we had qualified a team. And even before that, I absolutely love all the movies of sword fights and lightsabers and all sorts of stuff like that. And yeah, I just begged my dad one day to be like, please, can I do this thing? He's like, sure, we started it. I think ever since I saw that first image of fencing at the Olympics, I thought I myself could do that. And I think I put that in my goal almost at the beginning of mine.
To us ordinary folks who might describe the sport as a sword fight, Harry uses his words to best describe the art.
Well, it's a bit like a dance. You have your partner or your opponent, so to say, and you have a set of moves that you've learned over the years, and it's up to you to do your performance and follow your rhythms and timings to display the best that you can while you're on the fencing strip. So you need to mix both body and mind in the sport, and everything is very intense. So when you're fighting for a point, you're fighting like your life depends on it.
I'm coaching Harry from he was starting to fence, which means from when he was a kid. It's 14 years. Harry definitely got a talent because you see, for such a sport like fencing, you need only 2 talents. One talent is that the person need to be able to manage the stress during the competitions and during the fight, because we are combat sport. And the second talent is listen to the coach.
It's been a very difficult journey. Last quadrennial, I didn't manage to make it, and I was actually going for foil for South Africa, and now I've qualified for épée. And last time I didn't manage to win all the national tournaments to give me the right to participate at the zonals for épée. But this time around I decided, okay, I'll put all my energy into épée and make sure that I could win everything nationally, secure the slot, and then do as much research on my opponents as possible to secure the zonal win. And that's what I did.
Putting together funds to compete is always a challenge. Being located at the very bottom of the continent also provides its difficulties when it is time to compete.
Qualification, it's a difficult road because, first of all, you need to take part in 10-15 tournaments a year internationally to get a certain level of ranking, a certain level. Now, you must understand how difficult for us that we are very far from any other competitions, countries where they hold the competitions, and how much money you need to take part in all these competitions. Also, the training camp. For example, there's such country like Egypt, yes? They have $1 million for qualification. And we, unfortunately, use our own money to qualify. And from this perspective, this becomes extremely difficult. Our goal was first qualifying the team for Olympic Games. And the team worked together, and because we are a combat sport, you can't just be alone, you know, you must to have partners, you must to have somebody you compete with in the country, yes? And because of that, our aim was to qualify the team, and if team will not qualify, then one of the team members will qualify individually, and this is actually what happened.
Having booked his spot and representing his country at the Olympics, Harry takes us through the moment when his dream became a reality.
After I'd scored the final point and I knew it, I had practiced in my head a million times before that I would, calmly walk to the line, shake hands, salute, make sure I didn't get a card or anything. And Yeah, and once I shook hands, the ref had awarded me the thing. I dropped my mask gently, and I screamed as loud as I could for as long as I could, and my voice went like raw and hoarse, and I just, I screamed till I couldn't no more, and then I screamed some more, and it was just absolutely amazing. I was ecstatic. I was there with my parents and my brother, so my whole family, and also my fencing family joined me with it, and it was just an amazing experience to be the one that held it together for the country.
We shall do all necessary steps to try to prepare Harry not only to participate in Olympics, but actually to win a medal. We're not going there as a tourists. Yes, we going there actually to win a medal. It's a difficult thing, but this is what we aim for. For that, we're going to organize the training here in Johannesburg. We have still few competitions, maybe for him to take part. He will take part in the African Championship in beginning of June. And but otherwise, we try to do everything. All our fencers are happy to help him to prepare for this important event.